All right, here with Robert E. Lee head basketball coach Jarrett Hatcher. His team a winner tonight in the state championship game over Amelia, and coach the 7th state championship for the Leemen. Your dad obviously with the great career, 897 wins, the state titles. You get your first as the head man. How's it feel now as you can go back home and say, I got one too, Pops?
Oh, it's what I told my dad as we hugged. Hey guys, hold on. He went as we walked off the floor. I went up and hugged my dad, and I just said to Dad that I said I got one now. I got one, and since I was part of those other 4, I got 5. So I'm the leader in the clubhouse. My dad and I are extremely close. Anybody that knows that or follows us, and I was the assistant coach for 18 years. So this is about the 11th or 12th, maybe 13th time I've been to the state title or state tournament. And so this group of kids, we felt all along that we had the talent to win. It was, could we manage the talent? Could we manage the expectations? And so it's that's what we talked about from the first day, and that's no nonsense. I mean, we talked about it, embraced it every day, and so for me, it maybe people will say, wow, that's pretty impressive. I just wanted to impress my dad.
Sure. Well, you definitely did tonight. We'll get a chance to go in depth on a couple of your guys in our Q&A on the site here as we get closer to the spring on your 2 main studs in Darius George going to Marshall, Jarvis Bourne. But I want to begin with the role guys, because I thought for different segments of this game you saw Blaze Velvin, who jammed his finger or hand for something in the third quarter, kept going at it to the hoop in the third quarter. You saw Tyrese Halliburton make some defensive plays, and then Jaden Williams made some crucial plays for you in the fourth quarter. Guys stepped up.
Yeah, Tyrese has been around for 3 years. For 4 years. This is Tyrese. He plays some of the 2, some of the 3. He gets a tough defensive assignment. He's the junkyard dog. He does all the dirty stuff. And Tyrese, it means a lot. Tyrese was a 4-year-old on the floor when his uncle Eli won a state title. Since he was 4, we've joked about being together on the floor and that we were going to get back to the Siegel Center together. And so tonight he's hugging me and telling me, Coach, we did it. And so this whole group of kids, I've known Jaden since he was a little boy. And so watching these kids come up in our youth league, Jaden's overshadowed by the 2 big guys. And Jaden is, he gets rebounds. He's tough. Jaden's a leader. Jaden's the one in the huddle tonight, settling them down, talking to them about how much time we have left. We've got to do this. At one point he said, all you've got to do is do what you're supposed to for 44 seconds.
Yeah.
And of course then Blaze and Jaleel have kind of been 1-2 punch off the bench. Jaleel was a starter for most of the year. I moved him. As we changed to do a little stuff, we put Manny Johnson into the lineup. Jaleel was like, that's fine, Coach. I'm fine with that. Yeah. And so really, our guards were questioned, and some of the things we were trying to do all year, and people thought that might be an Achilles heel. But our guards are very solid, and plus we got a couple guys who can really go to the boards and rebound.
I guess we, as well as the coaches, have a debate for the All-State team now for Player of the Year, because it could be Darius George for what he did during the season. It could be Jarvis Bourne for what he did in the state tournament. Can you slice it in half?
You can. They've had co-players of the year, and just make them both co-players of the year. I think they would both be happy with that.
Sure.
And that I think that was the Jarvis definitely deserves that, and so does Darius. Mm-hmm. And so Darius is the best player in the region. He didn't necessarily get that. And the kid that won it is deserving. But I mean, Darius takes everybody's best shot, best guy, best scheme, and he took that role pretty well. And Jarvis, filled the void, and they just worked together so great. And Darius is. I've enjoyed my 4 years coaching with him. He scored his first bucket of his first game. He got the tip, and so I'm so proud. It's just amazing.
Final one, we'll follow up again. You know how it is with state tournaments. Sometimes you go through a game where you're supposed to lose, and that's the game that helps you win it. You rally against Gate City, Dan River, 2 big-time heavyweights in the West, winning both in overtime. Even though you as coaches prepare for Amelia tonight, who's a very dangerous team and a good team, did you feel like that prepared you, and you weren't going to say anything that you hadn't seen before, but that was your championship before the championship in a sense?
What we talked about was, as we got through the Gate City, that was a whole ball of wax. Different. I mean, they could score a lot of different ways. They're very well coached, very athletic.
Guy that scored 64 in a game.
Yeah, and so you're focusing. And then Dan River, I don't know if there was a little bit of a letdown. The Gate City game took a lot out of these kids. The prep time's not as long.
For the next day, right?
Yes, the very next day. The Dan River game, we came out flat. Jarvis mentioned that. He said, we're not as sharp as we need to be. We finally got going. And so one of the things we talked about this week was, don't be seduced by the idea you already won. I said, that doesn't matter. I said, people get beat all the time, and come back and get revenge. And I said, this in our season this year, we beat Harrisonburg fairly easy and lost them. Things happen. I said, it's 4 quarters. Yeah. And so the kids took that, and I said, you've worked too hard with Gate City, you worked too hard with Dan River, you've got to be ready. And we couldn't get the separation and that's a credit to Kevin and his team. You know, they want to be state champs as well, and so we had a couple spells there. We would have got 16, 17, and we could have maybe really upped the lead, but they fought back and they hit big shots, and so, you know, it was fun. And people said, well, they've got the hardest out of the bracket. It's all hard. It's every team's in the state tournament, and so they had accomplished tonight, up until tonight, everything we had.
Go enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.